The Byzantine Generals' dilemma is a fictional story formulated in the 1980s to describe a problem concerning trust when it comes to transactions involving valuable information. It goes something like this. Once upon a time in a distant era in the Byzantine Empire, an army consisting of multiple Byzantine generals besieged an enemy fortress. These generals and their troops were scattered around the fortress and had to collaborate to strike against the enemy. It was a decisive moment as a joint attack was necessary to overcome the enemy and capture the fortress. However, there was a problem. The generals could only communicate by sending messengers to each other. The enemy was aware of this communication method and had their own spies who could eavesdrop on and manipulate the messages. There was a general who served as the overall commander and had to make decisions about when the attack should take place. But in order to do so, they had to rely on the information coming from the other generals. Now the dilemma arises. One or more of the generals could be traitors, providing false or distorted information to sabotage the attack for their own benefit. Or perhaps the messenger delivering the message was the traitor. Or maybe the message didn't reach its intended recipient. If any of the commanders make decisions based on false information, it could lead to the entire attack failing and the troops suffering heavy losses. On the other hand, if the overall commander refuses to trust the information from the other generals, it could prevent the attack from ever happening, and the enemy fortress would remain untaken. This story of the Byzantine generals' dilemma illustrates the challenges that arise when there is a lack of reliable communication and trust in a strategic situation. It is an example of an unsolvable dilemma where there is no perfect solution or strategy that can guarantee success. In today's banking world, this dilemma becomes evident when conducting transactions involving money between banks. It is solved by having what is called clearinghouses, which act as intermediaries and ensure that transactions are delivered as they should. However, it requires trust from everyone involved in the clearinghouse. And it is an expensive method, as the clearinghouse expects to be paid for its services. Another way to solve the problem without relying on an intermediary can be seen in Bitcoin's blockchain. To solve this dilemma, Bitcoin uses a mechanism called proof of work. By solving complex mathematical problems, miners, nodes engaged in mining, prove their honesty and demonstrate that they have invested resources, such as processing power and electricity, to find the solution. This solution is then verified by other nodes in the network. If a node were to attempt manipulation or send false information, it would require immense resources and processing power to overpower the honest majority of the network. The cost of doing so would be much greater than any potential gain, making it simply not worth attempting to cheat the transactions on Bitcoin's blockchain. Thank you for listening, and I hope you gained a better understanding of the Byzantine generals' dilemma. A like would be much appreciated. See you in the next dilemma.